What's going on? YouTube, what's going on, man? I apologize. Quick notice. I just had to get this one in, man. I just had to get this one in. What I do for y'all. So the goal is to do about 30 minutes because the children are cranky and it's a Monday. All right, so let's get right into it. I just saw this video. Please get the likes up. Get the likes up. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's get them likes up, man. And let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me look at your comments. We got 8 people in the building. Salute to y'all. I hope you guys can hear me. I don't see no comments. All right, if you're in, please put 1 in the chat so we can get going. 1 in the chat, please, por favor. If you are in, 1 in the chat. Okay, 1 in the chat so that we can get going, because I don't see nobody. What's going on? Am I live? Man, I did all that dancing. It says there's 10 of you in the house, but I don't see no comments. Well, we're down to 9. What's going on with? Oh, we got a like up. Let's get them likes up, fellas. Are y'all in the house? Please put 1 in the house. Put 1 in the chat if you're in the house. 1 in the chat if you're in the house. 1. Okay, I can see myself. Who else is out here? Who else is out here? Who else is out here? Am I being botted? Are these bots? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please put 1 in the chat. Let's get going. I'm worried because normally I get some text. What's going on, guys? Are y'all okay? Are you guys okay? Okay, so anyway, before we get started, I'm assuming you guys can hear me because nobody's saying anything. Before we get started, Mr. Agaba reached out to me today. We had a very cordial conversation. What a gentleman. What a gentleman. But I also want to be very to conduct the interview in a way where it's respectful, because he didn't have to do this. I had to ask for this, right? So it has to be very respectful to him. He's agreed to only speak on the issues or the allegations that O'Shea has made. So he's not going to say anything personal about O'Shea's lifestyle. Okay. So this is what Agaba is saying. O'Shea is talking about his marriage, his dealings, stuff like that. He says, no, I don't want to do all of that. He only wants to talk about exactly the things that O'Shea is alleging. That's all. That's the only things that he wants to talk about. And I said, that is perfect. We're going to try to stay within the scope of that agreement. So, and then after the interview, it's supposed to be 30 minutes. And then after the interview, I'll do my own reaction to it. But I'm going to allow him to do a lot of the talking, because obviously he has the info. He's the guy everybody's interested in. So this is how we're going to conduct the interview. It's on Thursday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 10 p.m. in Kampala. So he'll be joining us live from Kampala. Okay, so that's the update. He's going to salute to you, Toned. So yes, Agaba will be joining us live on Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe 9 p.m. in Nairobi, 10 p.m. in Kampala. All right. Anyway, so BMT is the so-called president of the Passport Bro Association. Okay, he says he's the president. We couldn't chop off his head because his content is not horrible like that. Piece of shit. He's a piece of shit too. He's not any better. But I came across this video. This was when the Floyd stuff was hot and he went into hiding. When he came back, he wanted to tell people why it's necessary to travel. He was saying that the passport bros are not going anywhere. He's a passport bro for life. And then he brought on this gentleman to give the young man hope, that he's going to tell us his story. Okay, we're going to break down his story without judgment. But we judge out here. Okay, we judge out here. So we're going to listen in a little bit and we'll break it down and we'll wrap it up for tonight. But tomorrow we'll come back with full swing. Thursday, I have already prepared my questions for Mr. Agaba. And I want to make sure it's within the scope. All my questions are coming from O'Shea's video. So I had to watch O'Shea's video again. I'm going to download the video because knowing how O'Shea operates, he might take that video down. Okay. He might take that video down. So I have to download that video tonight so that I have the video with me. And then in case he takes it down, at least I'll have a copy of those videos. But anyway, let's get into the video from BMT Live.
All right, family, I got my man Cerebral Aptitude in the building today, man. How's everything going with you today, brother?
Good. Just sitting here working at the shop.
Excellent, excellent. So I always like to start off my interviews by asking how many countries have you been to so far?
I think 18 or 19. I know,
Okay.
When you travel a lot, I at least tend to forget one or two.
And what would you say is like your favorite couple of countries?
My favorite countries, my favorite country, period, is Japan. I'm not going to even perpetrate a fraud. I mean, I've been there once during a family vacation for 2 weeks when I was married to my second wife. I went out there on my own after the divorce. And if I do go anywhere else outside of Thailand, Japan will be where I move. But I have to say that's probably not going to happen because they do not have a retirement visa.
Japan doesn't have a retirement visa. Oh, wow.
So a lot of people think, what?
So how do people stay out there for a long time?
I researched it. I mean, there's a lot of country jumping. There are military guys who manage it when they get some sort of embassy approval. But if I went, regardless of the money, I mean, if you put, most countries don't have a retirement visa as it is. People think, oh, we can go anywhere. No, you can't. There's a dozen.
Okay, so first off, this man is talking about retirement. Okay. The man that we are talking about, I'm sure you guys think I'm going to go a different direction, but I want to start here. The man is talking about retirement. This means that he's worked multiple years in the US. He's had a career. He's had a business. He's done something with his life in the US, and he's now on retirement or fixed income, and he can live overseas because he's retired, right? He doesn't have to be in a rat race, do other things. These BMTs are showing these as success stories to 20-year-olds and 21 and 22-year-olds. It doesn't work like that, man. 20 and 22-year-olds don't have $500,000 sitting down where they can go sit in Thailand and upgrade on the ladies while making money to live there. It doesn't work that way. This is the scam. Because, see, for BMT to be able to live overseas, he needs to sell you guys the dream. The dream is that you're going to go over there and you're going to get yourself a hot, tight chick who is going to be feminine and submissive, right? The keywords. And then your money is going to stretch further. These are their terms, okay? I've been watching these guys for so many years now. I can just literally just speak their terms, okay? But that is the lie. Most people don't have this kind of money. They don't. And then again, this guy has been through a divorce twice. Okay, so you don't have to do it a third time. That means something is wrong. It could be him, right? And just being, we don't do certain things, but there is some things in life that is within your control. Okay, if you're losing your hair, that's a force of nature. You might be able to fight it, correct it, get a transplant. I understand that. That's all cosmetic. No big deal. No big deal. But you can't be this overweight, bro. He could bear, I don't think this man can even walk. And from a medical standpoint, when you're this obese and clearly have health problems, you should not be living overseas because of the type of healthcare systems that exist in third world countries. I'm from one. I know how it works. We can barely get past getting you diabetes medication. I know Thailand does it a little bit better, but their healthcare is not going to be, when you're at this age, I think you want to be seeing some of the best doctors in the world. And also, you should be making some life choices and some life changes. This is really, really like this level of obesity is a disability. Okay, this is a disability at this point. So it's not like I'm over here mocking some man's looks. That's not what this is about. I'm just looking at this from a health perspective. From the fact that you're living in a third world country, that you're going to need a lot of healthcare. This brother is going to need a lot of healthcare. This is why a lot of these guys are dying overseas. They're dying overseas because they're going into countries where the healthcare is not the best. It's good enough. It's like, Colombia has good healthcare because I still use doctors in Colombia. But there's certain things that you just want to do in the US. And managing your diet, checking your insulin levels and all those things, managing your heart, your blood pressure and your cholesterol, because this one is it has all the diseases. Okay, this man is definitely has A1C problems. It's evident. Okay, he probably has some knee issues. Okay, it's very evident. Some inflammation issues, very evident. Okay, cholesterol definitely 100. Diabetes definitely on the chopping block. So blood pressure probably like top of the scale. Okay, when you are in this part, BMT shouldn't be going around using this guy. This was one of the first videos he did when he came out of hibernation. I just haven't had the time to react to it. And he was doing it to tell men that even this guy has had some chance overseas. Of course, you can be overseas, you can be an animal, you get something. As long as you have the American dollar, you're going to get something. This is a prime example of it. If you're, you won't get something better here when you look like this. So the goal is then to fix what you can to improve your chances. But when you go overseas, those standards still apply because what you're still going to get over there is really going to be mediocre when you look like this. And I'm not talking about facial features I'm not talking about the shit that you can't control. I'm just talking about a man that hasn't taken care of himself. This is not a healthy person. And BMT should not be highlighting this as some success for the passport bros. That's not what it is. This man is retired. Okay, he's retired. He's going to need a lot of medication and healthcare if he retires here in the US. So maybe it's rightly so that he went overseas. And at least he will get some woman to do something with. This is why he's over there. Traveling overseas has always been there, but it was always reserved for former military and retirees. You got these 20-year-old boys parading the planet in 20s to 30s and early 40s. You have to understand that they will never be able to get this time back. Salute to who do I have in here? My comment is all Yeah, this is. Oh, Skates is in the house. Salute to you, bro. Yeah, it's been a while, bro. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, you're always gonna have somebody in the comments that will complain and make this about race. I'm not even a white person. Why are you why are you making this about race? Okay. I'm just giving people the game, bro. I'm telling 20-year-olds to stay in America and work their way up and make some money. When it comes time to retire, they can go. And if they want to trick it up on your holidays and come back home and go to work. That's all I'm saying. How's that hate? I'm helping these guys. Have you not seen the Holomans saying they're coming home because they're broke? The Holomans are coming home. KG is home. Passport Dog came home last year. He still hasn't figured it out. We need to check on him. Let me, before I log off, because this is going to be a short stream. Today's Monday. But let's check on Passport Dog. And I used to like his content. Hell of a blogger. You see, when I give you guys credit for stuff, nobody says Nana gives these guys credit. I give Anton Daniels credit. I give Razor Ray's credit. I give some of your guys credit, but nobody says, hey, Nana gave this guy credit. But the moment I criticize something, the black guys. So I don't know. Did he delete his YouTube channel? I can't find him. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. He just changed his thing. So this is Passport Dog. The last time I heard, he said he was going to go back out there. Yeah, man. You see, when he came back to the US, he made some videos. And he went to Miami and he picked up a job. But as you can see, he's deleted those videos. He hasn't made any more videos again. There is no Passport Bro that has enjoyed life more than this guy. Hell of a creator. Great vlogger. I think if he did travel vlog just by vlogging itself, I would put him up there with Ace and what's the other guy's name? The Miami guy. I'll put him up there. He's hell of a creator, like really camera angles, how he spoke, how he scripted his videos. If you're learning how to vlog, this is one of the guys you can watch and except for his stricken behavior, I'm talking about just filmography, just that part of it. Hell of a creator. But he had to come back to the US and now he can't even make videos again. This guy built his YouTube channel up to 14K, almost 15,000 subs. That's a channel that can make at least $1,000 a month if he stayed consistent. But he realized that he had wasted a lot of his youth. So he had to come back to the US and get a regular job. Whoever told him about this destroyed him. But he can't go back and take his money back and say, hey, bro, you screwed up my life by influencing me to do this shit. I'm trying to stop the next Passport Dog. And the next group of guys, the next Austin Holomans. If I was doing this in 2020, Austin wouldn't have traveled. But nobody talks about all the guys that have helped rethink their decision so that they don't end up like this. How is that hate, bro? Like, how is that hate, man? This is a hell of a creator, talented creator. But he tricked up all the money because he had, he said he has about 300 bodies in Colombia. This guy was really the shit, bro. I'm telling you. Nobody knows Medellin the way this guy did. He is a hell of a creator. And he knew the turf, okay? He went there when he was very young. He was in his early 20s. That's when he went out there. Had a lot of fun. If you go back to some of his very old videos, let's see if we can find some. And he was all over. He went to Black Colombia, Choco, all them places. Look at him. He was tricking, where is this? When first time in Medellin, 8 years ago. He was on the street doing this shit 8 years ago. That's how long it took him to wind it down and understand that he needed to be back home. Somebody influenced him. This guy was out there, bro. I think a lot of these guys were influenced by Aya Marwa, who we are going to get to. I think tomorrow we got Marwa. We got to get on Marwa tomorrow, the Kenyan guy. He influenced a lot of these guys. So this is Passport Dog, bro. And right now, no money. He's back in the U.S. just working a regular job, bro. Those 8 years ago that he went there, he could have earned a bachelor's degree in something in Colombia. Or at least, I mean, he speaks a bit of Spanish, but it could have been better than what he speaks right now. He had a good time. But he wasted his youth. And now he's got to pay back. And the payback is very expensive. He's abandoning his YouTube channel. Look, another one. We checked this one yesterday. You guys know him. This guy, Kid Greatness, 40,000 subs. Had a hell of a time. He was more on the African turf. Look at him. He hasn't been back in 2 months. He's just abandoned his whole YouTube channel. That could make him some money. You know, on the high end, if you go to Social Blade, like we did yesterday, we check it out, you know. You can just keep posting and you make a little bit of money from time to time while you go to work. But it has devastated them so much, they don't even want to make regular content anymore. He can just film a vlog and somebody will watch. Okay? At the high end of his channel, he was making $3,700 a month. Low end, $230. But at least that's something. It's better than nothing, right? He's lost 154,000 views in the last 30 days. Why? Because he's not posting. So he's still making a little bit of money, $4, $5 from the very old videos that he's made. But why build a channel? You know how long it takes to build a channel up to 40,000? I'll build a channel up to 40,000 and just abandon it. The truth is, these guys are depressed. Nobody wants to talk about it. The reason they abandon these YouTube channels is because they are depressed. They've come to the realization that they are hitting 30 years old. They have no money saved. They've had a lot of fun. They got no money. They have no skills. They didn't go to trade school. They didn't go to college. They didn't learn a skill. They didn't learn an apprenticeship or a job. So these are men with no talent, with no skills. And they've come back to America when the unemployment rate is ticking up. This is a bad economy. They could have come here right after COVID when the economy is getting better. They've come back now when there are no jobs. Even the gig economy is shit. I look at the numbers, guys. I look at these numbers every day. The gig economy right now is shit. You ain't making no money doing DoorDash or Uber. They don't make money. Uber takes almost 70% of your money. So these guys have come back to the US with no cash. And they've come to an economy that is more difficult. Essentially, they are broke. And that depression is enough for you to not even want to take that phone or the camera and make a video. He can just come online and live stream and he'll get some super chats, make about $50. You know how hard it is to make $50 when you're door dashing? You have to make about 5 or 6 drops to make $50. KG can go on a live stream right now and make $100. $50 if it's not a good day. Talking about nothing. So he can still do this. Even if he's doing it from the US, that guys will still give him money. But why has he stopped doing all of this? If you quantify the number of hours that he put into doing this, recording every video, editing it, putting it up, and then knowing that you didn't save any of the money in 5 years, it's gonna make you depressed. That's all I'm talking about. These men are depressed and they're too young to be depressed because they made horrible decisions, bro. So how is that hate? I'm trying to stop the next guy from being these guys. Because to build a channel this high is impeccable. I applaud them. But they can't even turn on the cameras and make videos and live streams. People are going to watch them and give them super chats. Even if they're not talking about anything, people will still watch them because they have an audience already baked in. Okay? But look at the estimated monthly earnings. For this month and last month is $0. So he's essentially abandoned this YouTube channel. These people are depressed. This is what you're seeing with Holloman too. If you go back yesterday, we did Holloman. If I go look for him, I haven't checked on him today, but he probably streaming as hell. You go look at Holloman. He's the next one to come. He's the next one to come, and he's coming home. I know he's coming home. He might hold it out a little bit. He was live 8 hours ago. Look at the views, very little for a channel that is, his video settled at 1,500 views. That's like my videos when they settle. Okay, so he had to stream 8 hours yesterday to get those views like that. Today, Austin Holloman worked 4 hours, 1 hour 44 minutes, and 1 hour 24 minutes. So if you add these things up, that's 5.5, 6 hours, 7, almost 8 hours. He worked another 8-hour shift today, fellas. He worked 8 hours and 21 minutes yesterday. Today, he's worked almost 8 hours again. This is how long he stayed on the internet just to get some super chats. These people are now working for super chats because the regular videos and views, they're not doing well. He hasn't even posted a long form in 10 days. How is a YouTuber not posting a long form in 10 days? Because he's live streaming a lot for super chats. He hasn't found the time to actually make regular long form content, and the reason also being that people really are not watching his long form content. He has almost 160,000 subs. You need to get 10% of your audience watching your videos. So for 160,000, that means that each video he drops, he needs to make at least 16,000 views. He's severely underperforming, guys. Look, 5,600 in 10 days, 5,100, 6,500. He's barely cracking 3-4% of his audience are watching his videos. So this channel, the numbers is just a number. Like these people are no longer there. They subscribe, but they've moved on from him. They're not watching his videos anymore. This business has gone down. It's done. That's just what I'm saying. It's not hating. I'm just trying to tell the next group of people who were seeing these guys as superstars and they were hoping that they were going to quit their jobs and go live overseas and that they'll be able to make money doing YouTube videos. No, the money didn't come from the videos. The money came from people sending them money doing super chats. And the Floyd thing is what it really cautioned a lot of the guys. In the next couple weeks, we're going to get an update on Floyd. We're about getting close to that time now. We'll get an update on Floyd to see what is about to go down. Soon as those updates drop, these guys will go back into hiding again. They're not going to have any peace, bro. Because that's what happens when you live a very degenerate life. And then on top of it, when you vlog it. Okay? When you vlog it. If I'm tricking, I'm not over here on the internet showing you my trophy. What am I? Like, men don't do that shit, bro. So the only thing left is for Austin is to go and do the Tariq Nasheed stuff. Because he tried geopolitics. It's not working. He might have to try to leave his Namibian girlfriend, get him a black woman in America, and go all in on this FBA stuff. That is the only grift that is still going. This is why somebody propositioned him yesterday and say, you might want to join this, start dumping on some Africans. Which is fine. They should dump on Africans. I'm going to be dumping on them too. And I know myself. I know I'm more ridiculous than these guys. I am more ridiculous. I'm more ridiculous. I have a lot of trigger words that I've memorized over the years. And I'm going to release them slowly. It's like, guys, I don't enjoy doing this shit to them like that. I don't. I don't. I don't enjoy doing this shit to them. But somebody has to do it. Somebody has to do it. And I hope they understand that, hey, life is tribal. I got to be with my tribe too. When they stop, we will stop. That's what it's going to be. I'm not saying they shouldn't push for their lineage and their reparations. We support that. Go ahead and do that. But why should you always be dissing my people? calling us booty scratchers, calling us stupid names, disrespecting us, calling us the T word and all this derogatory shit. I don't even care about the names and stuff, but it's the things they lie. Your country's destroyed, your country this, your country that, your country that. You're fleeing this, you're fleeing that. When you're punching that, they're not like us. Okay, so you can say they're not like us, but then we can say you're not like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you want to always have the full benefits, but we can't have the benefits? Like, we can't say it, So I'm just giving them the same treatment that they're giving us. I'm just punching back the same way. Same tactics, same shit. And then all of a sudden, I'm the villain. I'm the one that gets threatened. Have you ever seen any African threaten O'Shea or all these fools that are doing this grift? No, nobody. No, people don't even watch them. So why do I get threatened when I come out here and I speak my mind? I've said it openly, and I'll tell Tariq Nasheed the same thing. The day you stop disrespecting my people, you can push for your operations. But the day you stop disrespecting my people, I will stop the disrespect, Because my videos on TikTok, I've started doing a bit of TikTok. My TikTok is starting to go. Eventually, they're going to hear the ridiculous, and I don't want to do that to these people, man. You see, the most unpleasant part of all of this is nobody comes to America, and I want people to key this or clip this. No immigrant or nobody comes to America with the goal or the intent of disrespecting any native-born American, black, white, or Asian. Nobody comes with that intent. Okay? But if you give them the chance to, then they will openly disrespect you. Okay? I don't take pride, or I don't have enjoy that I go after these people. No, I don't. I wish I didn't have to do these videos, because it's some of the damage that we are doing to them can be eternal, because we don't have to live here the rest of our lives. A lot of us make money 10, 15 years and we go back home. So, but these images and the things that we talk about can be devastating multiple generations in. And they can affect policy, okay? Because some of us can vote. They can affect what that community gets and what they don't get. And it'll feel like a betrayal, knowing that even if I'm not a Democrat and I support a politician that will give you reparations, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I got it for some black people. Let them get it. There will be some pride in me doing that for you, because I'm like, yeah, shit, get it. Fuck white people, get it, right? That's what I would think, right? But when you've cooked up all these things, thinking that you are untouchable, okay, but you're forgetting that we also vote, we can screw up all the progress that you've made. All it takes, in a country where it's politically charged, sometimes all it takes is, you saw in Wisconsin, 10,000 votes, bro. That's all it takes to screw up policy, 10,000 votes. So they need to start really thinking of this at a deeper level, because my people are hearing it, and as long as they stay on the grift and they make money, I don't make money off of this. I'm just going to keep going, and I think I'm going to get even more ridiculous as the days come on, right? Because I have like a whole pile of shit in my toolbox. But anyway, let's get back to the topic and I'll wrap this up. This behavior of telling young men to go overseas and live there like they are retirees already, when they have no savings, no careers. Even when you go overseas, you're not even learning a skill, because you can learn a skill overseas, right? People are building roads over there. People are building houses. You can learn how to do something. You can start open a shop, coffee shop. No, these people are eating steak. You see them when they do live streams. They're always out in restaurants eating steak. Austin Holloman does not cook. Everybody else that is watching me cooks food at home. Austin Holloman, for the last however many years, 3 years, does not cook any food. So all his meals have to be in a restaurant, which means he needs to spend all his YouTube money. So eventually he's had to come home. And finally, we'll play a little bit of the BMT video, and then I'll give you an update of what this is not from Agaba, but this is from my own research and going back and reviewing O'Shea's video again. I'll give you my take on why O'Shea is upset with these people, okay? Let's watch a little bit of this, and then I'll go and give you the creme de la creme. Why finally O'Shea is making these videos, where all these things came from. And I think on Thursday, Agaba may or may not confirm some of these things that I'm about to tell you. So this is me predicting ahead of time based on going back. I went back and I watched that video frame by frame so that I can prepare my questions for Thursday. Okay, so let's get a little bit of this and then I'll give you the round.
Countries don't allow for a retirement visa. Like Vietnam, you know, people going there, and those are people who say, oh, Vietnam's a place. Retirement visa is nil in Vietnam. People will jump from Thailand to there because they have to leave now for, you know, 3 to 6 months or a year. So they'll find places where they can, you know, jump off out of Thailand. But yeah, there's not many countries, not many Asian countries.
Okay, so I want to jump right into it, man. You had mentioned this on one of my lives, man, that you left.
Yeah, that man is still drinking that sugar. No, that diabetes is not gonna go, bro. He needs to get on Ozempic very fast. Maybe shed, if he can, try to get the 100 pounds down so that he can live longer to enjoy his retirement. He's doing it right because he's retired. I don't have any problems with him, but why this video is played today and why this is ridiculous is BMT is trying to tell 40-year-old men and under that this is a great life and they can go overseas and they can get some trophy, even if they look like Shrek. And that is not cool. You know, that's not respectful to this man. He sounds like a very good guy. He really sounds like a good guy. But what they are not getting from this is he's doing it the right way because he's retired. He's worked his years. These fools haven't worked. And they're over there in Thailand, it looks like he has a business. If he doesn't even make a lot of money, he's still enough to retire over there, which is, you know, whatever he has saved up and also what he's going to draw out of Social Security. That should be enough to retire, you know, so he's at peace. But I hope that he can, you know, get the weight down a little bit so that he can live a little bit longer, you know, extend his life by another 10 years if he can drop some of that pound. That's all I'm saying. I'm not mocking him, man, fellas. I don't do that. I'm mean in certain ways, but I'm not mean like that because I'm hearing the man and I think he's a nice person. He sounds like a really, really nice person. So why should I be negative towards him? No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying I'm breaking down the video in the context of a passport bro. That this is not the example Aaron Faris should be showing a community of young men because this man is already retired. That's what he's supposed to do, okay? The thing of getting on Ozempic is going to get the weight down faster. And then he can take on the gym and add on a few other things to it to keep it like that. But he needs to get on that shit quick so that he can live longer because I don't think he can stay there that long, you know, with the kind of healthcare that exists in certain parts of the world. It's just...
The United States with 800 grand. All right. I know guys want to know, how did you achieve that amount of money with the investments or savings?
800,000 was, the majority of it was in, I'd say 50% was investing. The other half was the selling of my house. You know, I stated that on the last two videos I made on my channel, Cerebral Aptitude, and I knew it wouldn't get in that many hits because people just want. I stated how to make $100,000 a year with working 2 hours a day, 2 to 3 days a week. People they just won't gravitate to making money. They say they want to make money. They say they want to make 100 grand. There's many ways to make. There's ways. I will never put how to make $100,000 a year if I hadn't did it myself.
Okay.
Never.
Okay, because you know in this community, it's a lot of guys that's trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure out how to retire early, how to lead estates, how to generate some type of online.
Yeah, retiring early means that you have to work when you're younger so that you can get that money up faster. You can't be chilling around the world and then saying, I mean, you guys have been retired. Retirement means you're not working. And BMT and all these guys, they're not working. They're just YouTubers. Okay, YouTube is not work, man. Guys, I work a full-time job. I have 2 side projects that are going. So technically, I'm working 3 jobs and I'm running 2 full YouTube channels. And all of them are getting videos posted, and most of them are getting multiple live streams. So you can do it. It depends on how you stagger your time. And then I'm a husband and I'm raising 2 kids. You only got so much hours in a day, but you have to go to work. These guys are trying to do it without going to work. It's not going to work out that way, man. This is the problem with what they're trying to sell people. This is what I'm really against, right? The idea that you can just sit on the internet for 2 hours and make 100 grand. It's not that easy, fellas. It's not that easy. They're selling you some things that are not reality, man. Okay? It's not that easy. Even at the height of technology, it took multiple years to get into a certain income bracket. It takes some work and some time and dedication. They don't want to tell you the truth. They just want to retire. 800,000. Yeah, he sold a house. That means you have to buy your houses early and get into real estate early so that you can have some equity in your homes. And then when you're selling, you can put some money down and some money down. I couldn't have had this house for a first house. The reason I have this type of a house is because I've bought homes 3 times in my American lifestyle. So each home came with a certain layer of equity that allows you to put down on a big one. Okay, nobody starts with homes like this. Most of the guys that live here are people that have owned homes before. Okay, you don't just start like that. So to tell these people that if you don't get in a real estate game early enough, you won't build equity early enough with your age for that to work out. He's able to sell his home because he bought his home very early on, probably sold during the hot market in 2022, and then he got the hell out of here. That's where bulk of the money came. The other bulk probably from mutual funds and index funds in his 401k accounts and his retirement accounts. And then when he hits 65, he can get that early withdrawal from his Social Security. This man is set. This is a 1%er. It's not very many people that can be like this. So don't make example of these videos to give these young men hope when these guys haven't even, they can't even deliver pizza. Some of these guys are so useless, they can't even drive a car. They don't even have a driver's license to even do DoorDash and Uber. Okay, what is he talking about, man? Anyway, that's all I got for you. What time is it? Now let me tell you about, okay, so we got about 5 minutes. Let me use this last 5 minutes. Salute to you, KF. Let me give you all your shout outs before. Salute to you, Kobe. Who we got? Boba Slot, salute to you. Salute. SK's in the house. Sierra, salute. All right, man. Let me give you, so shout out to KF, man. You did a good job. We've been able to get a hold of Mr. Agaba. Mr. Agaba was very great. We had a very nice chat today. The more gist of the story is that, I always remember growing up, there's always 2 sides to a story, and you want to hear the other side of the story before, you make or you jump into certain conclusions. So all we're going to do here is to give him the chance to speak up. If you watch O'Shea's video, O'Shea was issuing a lot of threats, stopping him from even speaking up. It's like, say that I'm lying. If you say that I'm lying, I'm going to release more stuff. If you say that I'm lying, I'm going to talk about your side chick. If you say that I'm lying, I'm going to do this. So O'Shea was hindering his ability to even speak. The only reason the man has agreed to speak to me is he knows that I go to battle with O'Shea. And he doesn't want this conversation to be dirty. But he knows that because of how my platform is, this is the best platform to speak his mind, because let's just be honest, O'Shea is scared of me, man. I don't care what a lot of people say. O'Shea Duke Jackson is scared of me. So I give Agaba a certain layer of protection to speak his truth. Okay? And you, the audience, you're going to listen in and make a decision if that is true or not. Like, you'll be the guys to pass judgment. Okay? We are not going to be able to judge. You're going to listen to him. You're going to listen to his side of the story, his body language. I've prepared very good questions. All the questions are coming from the video. So it's not like stuff that I'm making up. It's going to be, okay, O'Shea, say this. Can you explain this to me? Or can you explain what he meant here or what he meant there? Okay. And I've put time markers on it. So I go in my notes and I put time markers on it. But there's one part that caught my attention, and I'm going to play it to you. Let me pull up my notes and then we'll wrap it up. I'm going to play to you what caught my attention when I went over the video. Okay. Salute to you, Yabas. Good to see you, bro. This is what caught my attention, because in a live stream, a lot of people don't like pay attention to it. It's different from when you actually study a video. Okay. So I studied this video today because I'm gonna have to use this video to interview the man that is alleged to have done something. Okay. Let me give me about 2 seconds here. Let me find the time marker of what -5:21 towards the end. So let's go. This is about 1:32. Right about here. I don't know why my phone was saying -5, but what is it? 1:32. So it should be about a 26, 27 mark. Let's try to catch it from here. Let's see what it is.
Fuck, I was treated unfairly by niggas. And they knew it. I had proof of it. They dealt with their people for sure. But hey, when it came to me, I was left out in the cold. Yeah. There's some down bad niggas in there. So I don't care about working with them in the future. I'm not gonna beg y'all niggas. There's plenty of other motherfuckers that and if you don't want to fuck, I got to tell you fuck you. I tell you fuck you. Take your money and go the fuck on. I can sit up right here doing dusty news, nigga, and getting paid. I can roast niggas right here on Uganda and make thousands of dollars a month talking about you niggas on here. I don't need y'all. The fuck you talking about, nigga? I'm independent, nigga. Nah, listen. So guys, like I said, clip it up, repost it, and I'm out. Hold on. Who gonna be next? That's all I gotta say. One of you niggas try me again, nigga. And if somebody gonna lead the country, nigga, it's not gonna be me, nigga. It'll be your motherfucking ass.
Okay. I hope you guys caught this.
Clip it up, repost it, and I'm out. Hold on. Who gonna be next? That's all I gotta say. One of you niggas try me again, nigga. And if somebody gonna lead the country, nigga, it's not gonna be me, nigga. It'll be your motherfucking ass.
Okay, so this is what I got from this, because there's another clip before this that he says the same thing. It looks like they've run O'Shea Duke Jackson out of Uganda. A few months ago, he did a video about the government of Museveni and white leadership that I thought could get him in trouble. I don't know if that has something to do with this, but it looks like the Ugandans may not have extended his visa or his permits. It looks like they've run him out of there. And out of anger, and he had fallen out with Agaba a few months ago, which I'll leave Agaba to explain what happened on Thursday. But I think because he had already fallen out, because he's not going only after Agaba. He's going after literally every relationship he had in Uganda, except for a few females that he talks about having a great relationship with them. O'Shea is mad at Uganda. And he was talking about how he spent almost $1 million. He's invested $1 million into Uganda. That's not meaning that he gave $1 million into a project in Uganda. He's talking about how much money he's generated while living in Uganda, buying food, buying shelter, paying for rent, starting a business, paying salaries. That's what he means by that. So this is money that he's kind of used up. It's like me saying, hey, I spent over $1 million in the US. And I have to leave the US, and I'm upset that Americans, oh man, I spent all this money here and I have to leave. It looks like they've run his ass out of Uganda because of some of the things that he was saying not too long ago, and how he moved from being Pan-African into this FBA thing. This FBA grift has ideologically screwed him over. He really believes that stuff. He doesn't like Africans anymore. He still makes excuses for some of them are good, so he's in that mixed feeling, which is fine. You can feel anyhow you want about people. But if he didn't buy deeply into these Tariq ideologies, he would have been able to resolve this conflict with the people. These are very typical, simple conflicts that arises between people of the same tribe all the time. You know, business deals gone wrong, a friend screws you over. We got friends that screw us over regardless of their nationalities. They do it all the time. That's just part of growing up. But he sees that as betrayal, and he sees that as tribal, and that's not tribal. This guy is a sucker. They knew he lives with money. He tells everybody how much money he has, how much money he makes. So you're always going to be a magnet. People are going to want to take advantage of you. And I don't support that. Anybody that does that to people, I don't like people that take advantage of people financially, because money is hard to come by, man. All right. But what I got from this is that the Ugandans have officially run O'Shea Duke Jackson out of Uganda. He said it twice in this video. I think I have the other clip. I can go back and look at it if you guys are nosy like that. If you guys like stuff like that. But I have clipped all these moments. I can go back and try to find it where he talks about, where is it? Where do we have it? Okay, at number 30. So you guys got this first clip. I'm going to take you back to 30 where he repeats it. In the same video, he said it twice. So that was why it's okay. Something, so let's start from 29 so that we can get some context into it. And then we'll wrap this up.
Get all this shit out of my restaurant now. So I'm like, damn. What's going on? So dude get all in my face. I'm like, look, bro, I'm not like one of these Africans out here, man. You better back the fuck up. Like, I understand it's your restaurant, man, but the marketing manager dude sent me out here. And let them all say I'm lying. Let them say I'm not telling the truth. So I can go head on and put these receipts out here and all y'all crew are going down tomorrow. Say I'm lying. Any of y'all say I'm lying. I dare you. I dare you to say, I put the Bailey's manager too. I got her. Say I'm lying. Say that what I'm saying ain't true. Nigga, y'all fuck with the wrong one. Say I'm lying. I already told you niggas. If I cannot have it, you niggas will not also have it, bro. I've been told you. I done lost hundreds of thousands of dollars I done invest into that country. Over $1 million since I've been there. So if I gotta go, y'all coming down with me. Facts.
There you go. You see, he repeats it again. If I gotta go, you're gonna come down with him. So all this stuff that has happened is not, and one of the things he also wanted, he really wanted that brand deal with Diageo. He really, he was really knees deep into getting that brand deal with Diageo. And with Agaba being his very close friend, he thought it would be very easy. But I think Agaba tried. He would tell us his side of the story. We can only speculate, right? But I think he would tell us his side of the story about what these brand deals meant to O'Shea, what that money was going to look like if he got the deal. Was it something that was worth chasing? And what is happening with his current immigration status in Uganda? Because he's speaking in Kenya, but the audience there thought that as long as he's in Africa, he's not safe. No, he's safe. He'll be safe even in Uganda. They're not going to touch him. They'll leave him alone, right? They won't do that. They won't do anything to him. But he was letting the audience think that he was so tough and they can't do anything to him. Well, he's not in Uganda. Also, I do not support any violence towards O'Shea. I like my battles with O'Shea Duke Jackson. I don't want anything to happen to him. You know, I would love for him to remain relevant on social media, because what content am I going to do if I don't have O'Shea alive, right? So I would never support anything that harms him, okay? I just want to keep this beef just content-wise only. I don't hate the man. I don't have anything like a personal hatred for him like that. I just disagree with him. That's all it is. I disagree with him, and I'm his critic. It's okay to be somebody's critic, right? I'm his critic, and I disagree with him, and I don't trust him, and I don't like how he's treated Africans. That's all I can say, right? But as far as like something happening to him, I don't want anything to happen to him, man. I want him to enjoy his life, enjoy his full life, and I hope that he leaves Africa. That's like my biggest hope. I hope that he comes home so that I get 3 out of 3. Austin Holloman out, Kid Greatness is out, O'Shea out. We're good to go. That's all I'm waiting for. Come on home, buddy. Anyway, so let me know what you guys think, man. I'm going to read through some of your comments, and then I'll close this out. We are right on that. We got exactly 1.5 minutes to go. So let me see what you guys got. Let me know what you think about this. When the video repost, you can put your comments there. Let me know if what I think happened to him is true. I think they got his ass out of there. Okay. I think the Ugandans are done with him. I think the visa is canceled. He can only travel and visit on holidays. But all the stuff he's talking about is scamming. The scam is because I think the Ugandans canceled his visa. He couldn't get that brand though, so he's upset. And he also had a personal fallout with Agaba because of something Agaba said on a podcast. He also admits that. A lot of people, because this was a live stream, people didn't really catch the exact details of this. And I think what I should do is I need to download this video, because knowing what O'Shea is, he will take it down. So I am downloading that video right now as we speak. As you can see here, it's downloading so that he won't take it down, because I know O'Shea would definitely take this video down. Okay. So at least now we got a few seconds left. This will download. There you go. I got fast internet. So I do have the video downloaded. It's right here. And even if it takes it down, we can come back and react to it tomorrow when or on Thursday when Agaba comes on live. Anyway, let me wish you guys a great night. And we'll be back here. Is Agaba a YouTuber? He tried to do a podcast. Let's see if I can find. I think his thing is called Master Gabs. I'll tell you what. When I chatted with him today, I had nothing but admiration for him. So this is his channel. It only has 28 subs. But he was on O'Shea's podcast. He was part of the podcast crew for Uganda. They got some viral hits, when they were doing the podcast. They got some viral hits. So, but yeah, this is Agaba Stein, very well-traveled guy over here in Scotland. He was working for Uganda's biggest beverage manufacturer. So he's not what O'Shea. See, O'Shea Duke Jackson calls anybody that doesn't make the same amount of money he makes broke. According to O'Shea, if anybody makes $3,000 a month in Africa, to him you're broke. No, you're not broke. That's elite money in Africa. But because he makes $50,000 or $40,000 or $20,000 some months, he sees all these guys as broke because he makes a little bit more. That's not broke, bro. That's not broke. If you make $3,000 in Africa, you're not broke. $300 a month in Africa is broke. $1,000, you're middle class. $3,000, you're balling. Okay, if you know what you're doing in Africa, with $3,000, you're balling. So he's going to call all these guys broke because to the American audience, it projects that these guys are broke. O'Shea is mad at this guy because he called him out for showing up on the podcast, dusty, not dressed up, not shaving, and that's why he's upset at him. And now that the visa shit is canceled and he cannot live in Uganda, he's deciding to destroy everybody that he met in Uganda. And the reason that they may have not extended his visa is when he got into the Tariq shit. When he started making videos, all this African versus Tariq versus Africans, people saw that. And there's a lot of people protested. If you look at some of these videos that he makes, African wife didn't expect this from white husband. Those kind of Pan-African scammers are using Iran, like Somali pulled up on me again, Africans moving to Hispanic neighborhood. There are people in Uganda that see these type of videos and they, Tariq Nasheed dropped this bomb on Senegal. White people should run Uganda for this reason. This thumbnail was the one I thought was very reckless of him. And why is he making reckless thumbnails? he got very comfortable. He forgot where he was. I think these are the things that got him run out of there. Okay, so this is the video. When I saw this, I was like, man, this guy's about to get his ass run out of that place. And videos like this, doing shit about Idi Amin and the black woman, Tariq Nasheed videos, Kenyans are so tired. And he might get run out of Kenya too with his bullshit. So all his videos have been very anti-African at a time when Africans are very, very cautious about the shit that people say about them overseas and their unity, the things that they want to do to unite amongst themselves. And you got this guy sitting on the continent doing all kinds of shitty videos about us. That is reversing some of the progress that we've made. So these are the videos that has made him very unpopular in Africa. These videos, look at talking about our presidents, all this shit, He felt he got too comfortable. If you notice right here, Afro Think Tank was always his target. But one person that O'Shea never touches is your man, Nana Kweku. He's scared. He almost committed suicide trying to invite me onto that channel that day. If you look at all these thumbnails, there is no Nana Kweku because he is scared for his life to try me. He's scared because I got shit ton of stuff on him that I'm keeping for the last. I'm keeping for when the channel gets to 10,000. Okay, so that I can let him explode. But that's all I got for y'all tonight. I will see you tomorrow. We'll be getting ourselves ready for Agaba. If you have any questions for Agaba, please let me know. When this video posts, put your questions in the comment section when this video posts, and then I'll add it to my list of questions. We have 30 minutes to interview him, so we'll be able to get his side of the story and share it with the rest of the world, man. I want to wish you all a great night. It's Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I hate leaving y'all, man, but your man got to go. All right? So y'all have a great night. Let me give you my outro. All right, good night, fellas. We'll see you tomorrow.